I learned the hard way. Go make a bunch of money. You get happy at seeing some fake numbers on the computer, on the phone screen, want to keep it instead of putting it to work.
Hmm.
And it it disappears.
Yo, what up? Right now I'm out ATVing in the rainforest with a group of high-level entrepreneurs. I'm a seven-figure entrepreneur. My mentor, Nehemiah Davis,
Listen to
eight-figure
me.
entrepreneur.
Listen to me, y'all. And I don't even want to put him in a box. I know you teach 99 ways how to get into real estate, how to use OPM, but this man's going to teach y'all just entrepreneurship, period. How to get in the game, stay in the game, and get that 6 and 7 figures, man. This man constantly investing in himself, putting himself in rooms. This is why he's on that next level. This is why he's been making this type of impact for so many years. But now that man coming out and helping y'all do it. So when Blake said, yo, I'm about to go crazy, I said, I'm looking at it. So listen, if y'all interested, getting your money right, getting your time back, and being able to scale and grow your businesses, ask the CEO, Blake. I'm telling y'all, don't look nowhere else. When you told me the 99 ways, though, peep this. I never heard nobody say 99 ways.
Right.
I heard about 1,
You heard a couple.
2, 3, 4, 5 max. 99?
99.
Yeah, okay. Y'all
Crazy,
tripping if
y'all.
y'all don't. But
Hey.
I really don't. 99 ways? It's impossible to fail.
Most important thing y'all can do is get in the room.
Welcome to another episode of It's Crowded at the Top. I'm your host, the hostess with the mostest, Aston CEO. Voice of God, say what up, man.
What's happening? That's how we starting it off with the host.
Hostess with the mostest.
Oh, that's
Did you
hilarious.
used to eat hostess?
Yeah, a little bit. My
I
main
never
thing
liked
was
Twinkies.
just I mean I would dabble, but my main thing used to be sour punch and then ODing with the salt on top. Remember the little packets of salt you can get the Lucas joints or whatever that was? I was
Nah,
doing.
I don't know that.
You don't know the little salt packets that you can get at the corner store? It'd be right at the front, the little like the lime joints. So it's pretty much
Nah.
like tahini, but it ain't the chili powder. It's
You
lemon
gotta
lime.
think where I'm at. I'm in Kentucky, using Houston with a large Latino community.
Oh yeah, true. Very, very true.
Not that we don't have a Latin community, but it's way different. It's
Yeah.
way more
Just a little bit.
Houston, Texas versus Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure. I think I low key feel
Shout
like
out to Cardinal Valley, man. Cardinal Valley, that's what we call Little Mexico back home. That's why I used to be kicking.
we call
I mess with y'all, man. Cause they was the only reason I like Nike Cortez is the Mexicans will be wearing them.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really see no like it wasn't us wearing Nike Cortez, but I liked them. But I never bought them though because back then for some reason, like if you was wearing Cortezes, people would tease you at school or something.
Bro, the only black person to this day I've ever seen wearing Nike Cortez, Kendrick Lamar.
You
To
ain't
this-
see me wear Cortezes?
When? You got some Cortez?
Yeah, I gave them to a homeless dude.
Why
About-
the
I
Cortez?
gave like 2 pairs to a homeless dude about what?
I say why you gave him those? Why you gave him the Cortez?
Nah, it's just something I do every few months. Like when I get like I like certain shoes that's beat. Like if certain shoes are worn,
Mm-hmm.
I rock with them. But like like if Vans are worn to a certain extent, I still rock with them.
Yeah.
If Jordan threes are worn, I like certain worn shoes. It got character. Like
Chuck.
some 11s. I like when how people don't like when the bottoms of 11s start to yellow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do. But Nike Cortezes, I don't like. I like my Cortezes fresh.
Yeah, like crispy. Yeah. Nah, bro.
So certain shoes, like I had some Vans, some Chucks, some Cortezes, some old dress shoes I don't wear no more, some boots, and it's like stuff that I don't be wearing or stuff that I know that I'm not gonna wear, some old Hirachis, I'll go take them to under a bridge downtown
Mm.
and just get the stuff away. So it wasn't like, nah, he got the Cortez. Like,
Hey,
I just had a trash bag of shoes
bro, did y'all used to rock
and
Saucony's?
clothes. Like clothes. I don't like I don't want to be a hoarder
Right.
because I got certain people in my family I've seen them like they turned into hoarders. So it's like soon as I'm not using something no more, I take it to the same bridge downtown. I just give it to homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
You know the bridge by where I took you for the
Oh, downtown.
acai bowl and the avocado toast.
Yeah, like right under
There's a bridge.
45.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's like a couple. Of, if I don't stop it under this bridge, I stop under this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something I do.
Y'all used to rock Saucony's in Kentucky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wore a pair today.
Oh, for real?
Mhm.
That's dope. Yeah, bro.
All great.
I had all the flavors. All the flavors
Yeah.
of Saucony's, bro.
But man, shout out to Cardinal Valley in Lexington, Kentucky, aka Little Mexico. And they had, I think that was the first time that I ever had like real tacos.
Like you mean real, like the street joints, like the little ones?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew a taco. You know how black people make tacos with the little, like Jody and Yvette on Baby Boy. You gonna make them talk? Yeah, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna make the tacos.
I'm a cook. I'm a clean.
and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell had the soft tacos, but I had them and I was like, what is it's a
Yeah.
little bitty small taco, a soft taco.
Little burrito.
And they ain't had no cheese.
Yeah, bro. The
But
first time I had the quote unquote like real taco, it was out here. I was like, man, is this what everybody be talking about? Cause I'm
how
used
you
to
living in Houston and you never had tacos?
because bro, Taco Bell and the tacos at the crib.
Nah, bro, you weird, bro.
That's it.
Cause I remember I moved there. You experienced nothing of Houston. I was like, this dude.
Nah, bro.
So you never went to a food truck or nothing in your whole entire existence in Houston?
Bro, food trucks. So look, let's be very clear here. Food
No, they're not
trucks,
nothing new.
I'm not about to say they're new. I'm just saying, when we were growing up, food trucks were generally for people who were like working outside, like the construction workers and things like that were the ones killing the food trucks. I wasn't growing up around no food trucks, eating food trucks like that. I was going to Taco Bell, Sonic, Jack in the Box, McDonald's. You know, I'm pulling up to no food truck. That's the concept of the food truck, you know, is fairly new for me. And I love it.
And speaking of Cardinal Valley, it's crazy how all this stuff ties in. For those that don't know, I don't have anything ever planned for any of these podcasts that we talk about. So we just start to talk and then stuff just starts to tie in, and then I get to drop some lessons about stuff. Like it's just crazy, bro. It's really crazy how the text message I got today ties in to me talking about Cardinal Valley back home. I got a text. I can't say his name because I know the last deal that he closed. He said don't say his name. Like if I use him for a testimonial, don't like say his name or mention him or name because you want to stay low. Which I definitely understand.
Yeah.
But I got a text this morning. Got a text this morning, 8:06 a.m. Just closed on a virtual flip yesterday. Made a quick 10 bands. This one of my childhood homies from back home.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person. Think of all the people that I've helped make some bread.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person that I personally know that knows me from way back, from back home, that applied some information and got some money. Out of everybody, he's the only one.
Yeah.
that
And
like tapped in.
and what's a virtual flip? What's that?
It's a like it's a wholesale deal where you never see the property. Like everything's
Ah,
just done.
uh-huh.
So he probably did it in another market or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Same process. It's just you just
Mm,
never personally go like you don't physically
yeah.
just set eyes on it and stuff.
That's dope.
But this ain't the first deal that he did. Cause I was actually back home. I FaceTimed him when he did do the first deal because we haven't talked then. He's not like one of those. He's not like somebody that I keep in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see him, it's love. And especially once he got my phone number, I was like, "Hey, just you got some questions? You need some? You know how I am, bro. If I got some info, I'm willing to give it to you.
Right.
Especially if I know you and I see you doing work and stuff." But I was back home. I was at my mama's house. One of my best friends from childhood, also that's still one of my best friends. He comes over to my mama's house and he was like, "Hey, bro, bro made like he said he made like $17,000 off of your course." I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He FaceTimed me. He said, "What up, bro?" I said, "What's up? Where you at?" I think he was in New York at the time. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm closing on this deal in the morning. 17,000." I was like, "Word, that's what's up." He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I wasn't gonna hit. I was gonna reach out to you like after it's closed because it ain't like we closing in the morning."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Bet." He sent me like when he sent me his testimonial, he sent me like the contract of it, and that's when
Mm.
I'm reading the text right now. He's like, "Hey, if you post this on your social media, don't just use this. Don't say my name or whatever."
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "All right, bet." And the crazy thing, and I felt good because I was like, how I've been to. I think we did another episode too. I was like, "Bro, don't none of my friends listen to me or whatever. Like
Right.
all these strangers will listen to me, and all these strangers will get game, and all these strangers will make money. But it's like the people that I know, they just be like, 'Dang, man, you doing it, man.'"
Yeah. Yeah.
Or say some little joke that really got some like underlying hate up under it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that, it must be nice type stuff. Or,
Yeah.
"Bro, you get money, bro. So everybody ain't got money. Like some of us got jobs. We can't just." I'm like, "Well, if you listen to some of this stuff, I'm telling you." And I quit telling them, and then I was like, "It's here in the course if you want it. Here, I've been
Right.
trying to tell y'all for years." And I just got happy because I was like, "This somebody that I've known. I probably met him when I was like 6 or 7 or something like that."
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like he know me from way back. His mama used to live right next door. His mama lived next door to my aunt, and his aunt, and my mama was like real good friends back in the day.
Yeah.
And then he was like now certain stuff athletically that he was able to do is not like a big deal now. Like a middle schooler dunking's not a big deal now.
Yeah, but it used to be though. For sure, for sure.
But he was dunking in middle school. Like I ain't start. I started dunking freshman year of high school. He was
Yeah.
dunking in middle school,
Yeah.
and he's still like I know you can still dunk. So to you, it's not a big deal. But you not dunking how he's still dunking
Mm. Mm-hmm.
probably. Like he was one of them cats that'll be like no shoes, no sock, not no shoes, no socks. Like socks on, walk in the gym, don't stretch, take it between his legs.
Yeah, that's like G Green, bro. I saw G Green do that off the vert in socks.
And
Like,
but
bro,
but my
who are
thing was
you?
like we know, but I every time I saw him do it though, I would be like, bro, we know you can jump. Like put your shoes on, because I'm thinking of the landing in a sock.
Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't want you to get hurt. And then his little brother would be hooping like his little brother was cold too, and his little brother would be his thing was to not tie his shoes. Cause think you know how like some sneakers you wear like untied, like all the way on. So think of like some Jordans untied, like loose untied
Just
too, like
loose.
where you really separating it and making the laces look real loosey and stuff.
Yeah. So he just loose out there hooping.
And and murdering like
Bro. I can't even imagine doing that. Like that would be
like bro, I don't even think he started. I can name no, I ain't gonna name drop him because then people
yeah.
let's shoot. People who's watching it know who I'm talking about right now. Just off of the stuff I've already said. But
Mm.
I don't even think his little brother started tying his shoes until like maybe like when he got to prep school or college,
Mm. That's crazy, bro.
maybe high school. Maybe high school, because I think he only played like 1 year high school because of like grades and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he never and I'm telling you, he's working folk. He had a mean handle and bounce.
Like, did
Like
he have like fat feet or something? Like, like how is that? How is that
nah,
even
he just out
possible?
there. He would just be like it. He would just be like he's comfortable. Bro, that's how DeMar DeRozan is. If DeMar DeRozan basically don't tie his shoes in the NBA. Didn't know that, huh? Fun fact of the day.
And it give you 40 from mid range.
All bad shots. Like the shots DeMar wants look like terrible shots. Like this is what you chose to take.
Bro, when he went off the one leg for game, hey, different.
Bruh. Bruh, but for real, I've heard DeMar say, and then if you like ever look at, I know watching the game you can't see his shoe, but like those sneaker watch Instagram pages and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Because all DeMar wears Kobe. So it'd be like DeMar today DeMar wearing the Kobe 4 Pronto or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And they just got a close up, but you can tell like dang, that shoe look loose. Because it's not thinking when you hoop, you pulling your
All
shoes
the
tight
way.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Bruh, his look so loose and the bow of the tie is like little.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell it ain't like pulled
Right.
like
Ain't
to
ain't
have
got
big
much real
rabbit ears.
estate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
that's crazy. Cause I like my shoes tight, bro.
but you like your regular shoes tight too.
Nah.
You just be walking around with regular tight shoes.
Just be ready to hoop.
Nah, but let me get back to his testimonial though, right? So I was like, what is it about him? He's the only person that like take away listening to me. He's the only person that I personally know from like day one that bought my stuff
Mm.
for one. So take away listening to he didn't he didn't get my phone number and hit me up or DM me and start asking me all kinds of questions. He bought the course,
Right.
started applying the information, and then he would DM me from time to time asking me questions and stuff. I was like, oh, he's interested. I don't even know that he bought it at the time. It was just now knowing the time frame of stuff, when he would reach out and ask a question here and there, which was a very rare thing, might have 2-3 times max, maybe, if
Mm.
that. He already had purchased the course.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Then he goes and he gets a deal. He made $17,000 in like 10 days or something like that.
Mm.
I think he made $17,000 in 10 days. And then when my friend is still like a brother to me to this day, FaceTime him so he could tell me. On FaceTime, he said, "Yeah, I told your boy, like, why you ain't been doing this? And this is your brother.
Mm.
Like, you should have been." And all he could say was, he was like, "You right."
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody that I consider a brother don't do nothing with the information. Somebody that I consider like a homie, like, it's all love, but we don't talk like that. We don't
Right.
see each other. I haven't personally seen this. I haven't personally seen this dude in over a decade.
Right.
Maybe, maybe what over a decade for sure.
Mm-hmm.
As far as communication, we ain't talking. It might be like a double tap on Instagram or something.
Mm.
And then he tell somebody I consider like a brother, like I consider you a brother.
Right.
Like that's a friend. Like, I don't play with that friend word like that.
Yeah.
He say, "Man, this your brother. Why you ain't been
Yeah.
did this?"
Yeah.
And then he texted me this morning saying he got 10,000 off of a virtual deal. So I don't know how many other deals that he may or may not have closed, but just off of the 17,000 in 10 days, and then he's saying this was a quick 10,000. That's $27,000 that he's made within a few months' time.
Right.
That's more than I used to make in a year,
Bro, that's crazy.
and he just made in a few months.
Yeah, bro, every time I be hearing you say that, even like if like I'm working on some editing or something like that, I say the same thing every time. I be like, man, that's crazy. When you be talking about like the enterprise numbers, I be like, dog, what? That's wild. Man,
No, I
like,
made, I made I made more. I made more money in Enterprise in 27.
but that
The
was
thing when I
but
was
that was
cleaning
because of the
parking lots,
hours,
in it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because already outside of all the extra overtime I was working, when I got the job at Enterprise, I don't know what it is now, but at the time you sign up for 49 hours. Like that's what it is. You're supposed to work 49.
Man.
Because that's how they base your salary. It's like everybody that came, you working 9 hours of overtime a week. I didn't sign up for 60 and 70 hours. Like
Yeah.
I signed up for 49. And then my first location, it was that. It was 49 leaving. My manager, he made sure because he already knows that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I'm broke. I'm out there, I'm trying. At first, I'm like, I'm trying to milk it. I'm trying to get every
Yeah.
minute,
Yeah.
every second. Then he'd be like, "Blake, go home. Blake, leave. Did you clock out? Blake, clock out, and then we can finish this conversation." Because I would really be trying to get the little extra 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So at my first location with my first manager, it was which still is a lot of hours, bro. But if you had like 50 hours, 51 hours, it was very rare. He's like, "Yo, Blake, you work 51 hours this week. We gotta go home early today. Go home
Mm.
30 minutes early.
Mm.
Go home. It's a slow day today. Go home. Yo, but it's not. What close? Go home.
Man.
You're working 49. You're working 49 this week. It's when they transfer me to the joint down 288 in the Service King.
Yeah.
That's when it got crazy. For y'all know it, Service King. It's like a the auto body shop. So the auto body shop had an Enterprise rental car inside, and most of our customer base was people that got in car accidents, and their insurance is sending their car to the Service King to get repaired, and then their insurance is giving them the rental car from us.
Stay busy.
And at the worst, we had me. We ain't even had no manager. We had two people. It was me, this chick that was an assistant manager, and one person cleaning cars. And the people cleaning cars can only work part time and couldn't work like no more than 20 hours a week.
Mm,
So it's me, her, somebody that can't work no more than 20 hours a week, whose job is to clean the cars,
right.
and about 170 cars.
Bro. Whew. So look, I just thought about this because somebody I can't even say whose voice it is. I can't even think. But just the
Well, I
idea
think
was
we got up to over 200 cars actually. Now I think about it, my fault.
nah, you
But what you
good.
saying?
You know how some people be like, and I do believe this is true, but I'm just wondering did it apply with this position with you? You know how it'd be like you can't be a quote unquote like good boss until you be a good worker first. Like, did you take anything from Enterprise and working?
I was a great worker at Enterprise.
But I'm saying, did you take anything from it to be like to apply in your life or business or
A
whatever?
lot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That was my Enterprise was my first I learned a lot about sales.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only reason I wanted to work for Enterprise.
Mm.
When I said I was gonna move to Houston, I done said the story time and time again. I Googled best city to move to. At the time, for every category I was looking at, Houston was in the top three. I was looking for average income for Black people. That was like one of the things I was Googling. Like the highest cities where Black people was earning was like Houston, Atlanta, DC,
DC, yeah, for sure.
and I can't remember where else, but them three for sure: Houston, Atlanta, DC.
Charlotte.
I was looking at like cost per living, everything. It was like Houston was top three, four of everything, and then you lived down there at the time, so it was like a connection to somebody I knew versus I don't know nobody in DC.
Right.
I don't know nobody for real in Atlanta. I don't know nobody for real in whatever other city it might have been.
Man.
Uh, and I thought about moving to Nashville too. Thought about
Really?
moving to Nashville too.
I ain't know.
Yeah,
I ain't know that. Why Nashville?
and it was like ranking
Mm.
high and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like closer to home.
Yeah, yeah.
Got a dollar? All right, bet. Look, what if I told you that for that dollar, you can get access to every course, training, and ebook from a seven-figure entrepreneur? Information that has people having five-figure months, six-figure years, and firing their jobs. Then what if I told you for that dollar, you get an opportunity to be a 50-50 business partner with said seven-figure entrepreneur, where you literally get to learn while you earn. And then what if I told you for that dollar, you get additional training from other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs? And this is all updated weekly. And then what if I told you for that dollar, a member within the community is given $500 each and every week? Does that sound like something that you're interested in? If so, go ahead, click the link and join a community of like-minded individuals that's focused on getting to the bag just like you. For that $1, you can get access to the community for one entire week. After that week, if you like it, which I know you're going to love it, it's only less than $1 a day after that. Literal pennies. We are showing people that it's crowded at the top. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, so like I never had like a dream job or wanted any like certain career path or anything like that. Like even when I went to college, like they asked me what did you want your major to be. I knew I always was interested in business, and I always since a kid wanted to like own my own business and stuff. That's why I was in the
Mm.
college of business at school. And
Mm.
it gets time to pick a major. That's like, what do you want to major in? I asked the lady. I remember Miss Terry too. My whole time in college, I never met my academic advisor one time at Southern. I couldn't tell you what they look like, their name, nothing.
That sound about right.
Shout out to Miss Terry. There was some lady. I don't know if you knew Miss Terry. There was some lady named Miss Terry that was in the College of Business, and somehow she basically acted as my advisor. We would just be rocking. So I was like, "What's the point
Mm-hmm.
and seeing who
Mm-hmm.
my advisor is. She would be doing so much stuff for me. And I asked Miss Terry, I said, what makes the most money?
Mm.
She said marketing. That's why my major's in marketing. Cause I
Really?
just asked what makes I said I was like, pick a business, you gotta pick a major. A business is too general.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And I was like, and I flat out just said, what makes the most money? She said marketing. I said, all right. She's like, uh, but that's too general too. I was like, what makes the most money in marketing? She said sales. I said, all right. So my major's marketing with a professional sales concentration. It's the only reason I picked it.
Man, that's crazy.
So
And here
why'd you
you
pick
are.
your major?
I picked my major because, like, I'm a. All right. So long story short, I'm a numbers guy, and when I first got in there, it was computer science because I wanted to do computer engineering. Southern ain't have it. Computer science was boring, so I went into accounting because I like numbers. That was even worse. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like 2 years in, 2.5 years or something like that. I'm like, okay, what can I take where I don't lose credits? So it's finance.
Mm. Yeah, we picked two different. I said, what make the most money?
I'm out here like doing what I love, trying to figure out what I'm gonna love to do.
Cause and I had this conversation with my neighbor yesterday. I couldn't be a regular student. Like if I didn't hoop, I wouldn't have went to college.
Mm,
So I treated college just like I treated like high school and stuff. I thought it was BS.
mm-hmm.
Like high school, when I got to pick my electives, I would pick like stuff that I thought I could use for whenever I did whatever I didn't know what I wanted to do in business one day. So
Yeah.
like I picked the accounting class in high school because it was an elective. I'm like, I don't want to take PE2. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take accounting,
Yeah.
or there was like an economics class I took in high school. Like so I was treating college the same. I'm like, this is BS, but let me pick something where is I, I could maybe learn something from, which I
Mm-hmm.
didn't learn nothing, but shoot, I'm there. You got to pick a major. So I was like, shoot, what make the most money in this building? Like out of the stuff, marketing, bet, sales, bet, marketing with professional sales concentration. So when I got in the real world, like I said, I never wanted like a actual job or had any aspirations or any goal. Like I never thought of a job, but I knew sales make money outside of Miss Terry telling me that in college. If I just observe and look around, to make money in the world, you have to sell something.
Right.
Everybody that's really making money sells something.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody that's not making money is not in anything that sells something.
Very true.
They're in a like a nurse ain't what travel nurses be making some bread,
Yeah, they
s-
do. Yeah, they do.
especially in the pandemic. I knew some travel nurses was making like 40, 50 a month type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, them travel nurses be getting to it. But even still,
But
even
still, but they work so much.
exactly. And I was gonna say, like, on the grand scheme of things, like relative to like the highest paid travel nurse relative to like the person who's killing it in sales is not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close,
Yeah.
like at all.
Like,
It's it's definitely levels, bro.
yeah, for sure.
It's
Like,
definitely levels, bro.
we ain't gonna hit up Elon and be like, hey bro, we were talking about you and a travel nurse.
And then even the time aspect of it, because I mean my homegirl, she had a gig like in some like where was it? Oh, somewhere night with like nice weather and like somewhere where you would vacation. I can't remember if it was somewhere in Cali or Florida, but it was like beach.
Mm-hmm.
She was like on the beach and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. You gonna get to kick your feet up, blah. She's like, nah, honestly, only time I'm gonna have to chill is asleep
Man.
and eat. I was like, so you out there for 40 days or however long it was and can't like even experience
Yeah. I be feeling
uh
like they do 60 hours a
like
week
have
too,
no
huh?
fun, put your toes in the sand or nothing.
Yeah. They be doing like 60 hours, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Yeah.
It was something crazy. But the sales, that's why I worked for enterprise because I was like, well, if I am going to have a job, it's going to be I don't want a job, but until I figure out something to do for myself in business and entrepreneurship, I gotta have a job. I need some money.
Right.
So it's going to be something in sales. So I start Googling what are the top sales, who makes the most money in sales. I came up to pharmaceutical sales. They made what I thought at the time decent money.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend that I went to high school with. I think he lives in Columbus right now. Um, he's the only person that I happen to know that's that was in pharmaceutical sales. We went to the same high school. I hooped. He played soccer. He was like one of the top goal. He might have been the top goalie in the state or something. Like he
Mm.
was cold.
Yeah.
Uh, shout out to Sammy, man. His name's Sammy Short. Hope you're doing well. If you happen to see this, I
Sammy
always
Short.
liked you. Yeah,
That's a
but
name.
last I heard, yeah, he got a good name, man. As I seen, Sammy had like a nice family, nice house up in Columbus and stuff. I think he in medical device sales now, like upgraded from pharmaceutical sales. But I wanted to work in pharmaceutical sales, so the only person that I knew was Sammy. I hit up Sammy. I was like, "Hey, bro, um, how you get into pharmaceutical sales?" He's like, "You need sales experience." I was like, how am I gonna get sales experience?" He said, "You know what you should do? Go work for Enterprise." I'm
Mm.
like, Enterprise? He's like, yeah, Enterprise rent a car. Go work for Enterprise. They have a good uh management sales trainee program.
Mm.
It'll look good on your resume because in Enterprise, it's 100% sales. People in this industry, if you worked at Enterprise and they see that you've been through the management sales trainee program, it'll just look good.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I worked at Enterprise because I thought I wanted to get into pharmaceutical sales.
Mm.
That's it. That's the only reason. And everybody, I don't know if they've changed it, which I don't see why they would change it. Probably still the same. Everybody that works at Enterprise, everybody's in the management sales trainee program starting off. And it's like you do
Mm.
these sales, hit these numbers, pass this what they call the grill, then you get like promoted to assistant manager and then manager and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I worked at Enterprise to get sales experience to get a pharmaceutical sales job. And I had bought a book. I had bought a book called I can't remember the exact title, but it was something like How to Land a Pharmaceutical Sales Interview in 10 Days or something like that. I bought a book. And when I was staying with you, when I was sleeping on your floor, bro, in between time, even though because I don't know if you remember, bro, I might have came to your crib on like a Tuesday, and my interview with Enterprise was on Thursday.
Mm. Yeah, I don't
Like
remember.
I do. Like I set up the interview before I came down,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the only interview I had set up. So I went to that interview, and then in the meantime, before they got back to me, because I had to go to before I heard back from them because I had to go to a second interview. When you would be going at work, I would be at think of where you lived at in Pearland, bro. There's like a Kelsey Seabold around there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some other building, bro. I would be in my suit at Kelsey Seabold with my resume, even though nothing was on my resume. All I had, only work experience I had was cleaning parking lots at night, but I jazzed it up like
Yeah.
a, a, a automotive parking lot a technician or something. I don't remember, but because in my head, I was in like go get it mode, and my situation, and I had a girl about to come down and stuff, and for one, I ain't want to just be staying at your crib.
Yeah.
Neither love you, but I ain't want to be. So like, and also just off of some optics type stuff. Even though I don't, this probably the first time you ever hear me saying this. I ain't want you to come home from work and then just see me there chilling, like I ain't did nothing all day.
Oh, oh. Oh yeah. I can understand that. I definitely wouldn't have been thinking like that, but I
But
can
this is how
understand it
I'm
though.
think. But this is how I'm thinking.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So I'm like, I don't know if Enterprise is gonna hit. For one, I don't know if they even gonna hit me back for the second interview.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm thinking Houston. I came down here. Pharmaceutical sales got the biggest med center in the country, in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make these connections. I'm gonna meet somebody selling some pharmaceuticals. But at the time, I didn't know the city like that. So at first, when you would leave, I remember going to like that Kelsey Seabold and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would just be chilling in my car, just sitting there, had resume, uh, printing out resumes and stuff, and I would just be sitting, and then I would wait till I would see somebody walking with like one of them carts with the wheels and dragging them.
Mm-hmm.
Because out for my research, that's what the pharmaceutical salespeople do all day. Go to doctors' offices and wheel the whatever it is that they selling behind them
Right.
into the stuff. So I'm seeing
Right.
people wheel the stuff. I'm like, oh, there go one.
You like J. Cole waiting on Jay-Z to pull up to the studio.
So I'm just sitting in the parking lot at Kelsey Seabold, and then as soon as I see somebody, a dude with like a suit on or a tie on or something with the thing, or a woman with a little Hillary Clinton suit, or a little blouse with a little work skirt, and them little bitty heels with the dragging the thing.
Um,
I run up my car. Oh, excuse me, sir. Would you happen to be in pharmaceutical sales? Yes. Oh, hi, my name's Blake. I really want to get into the industry, blah, blah, blah. Here's my resume. I'm just handing resumes just to people. Like, people that said work, bro. I'm just handing my resumes because I didn't know
yeah.
like, how you would start with it. And then I would be going in the medical center and would just be doing the same thing, just looking for anybody rolling with a with a little rolling thing. And then I started to just go to random people. I was just Googling random doctors' offices. And I was just going to random doctors' offices and being like, hand them my resume and be like, hey, whenever the pharmaceutical sales guy come, can you handle this?
Yeah, there was a 5'4" black guy who came by earlier and said he wanted me to give this to you.
On there just throwing it away. But then
Oh
I got the
man.
job with Enterprise and it was all sales. So like when you say like did I take anything from it? Yeah, I never had sales experience before until that. And I learned and one thing that I learned, the main thing that I learned from Enterprise about sales is how to sell wrong.
Mm, mhm.
And think Houston's the what number four, third or fourth largest city in the country.
Fourth.
Houston's the fourth largest city in the country. For Enterprise, I was one of the top salespeople in the city. I would
Mm,
always go to them awards things every month, and they would give me the trophies and stuff. So in my mind, I'm like, shoot, if I'm one of the top salespeople in the fourth largest city, probably one of the top dogs in the country. Like, that's how I'm thinking.
In the world, Craig.
Yeah, but the way that I was taught to sell from them through training and what I experienced and what I was being taught in the actual branches was two different things.
Mm.
So of course you're gonna adapt to what you see every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I know now of sales and from my experience and how I sell stuff now, and from I'm a big studier of people.
Right.
And from for one, what Neo's taught me in his mentorship, and then from like I really be studying like Myron Golden and stuff. Now I don't sell anything now. For
Right.
enterprise, I was selling stuff. And a lot of people don't like salesmen, or a lot of people they say like, oh, I don't want to get into like they want to be an entrepreneur or be in business, but they be like, I don't like sales though. I don't want to be in sales. Like,
Right.
it got like a bad connotation to it because a lot of people feel like salesmen or salespeople are like cons, right? Like they feel
Mm-hmm.
con.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realize now is that when I worked at Enterprise, I was convincing people to upgrade, convincing people to get this extra insurance or whatever on the rental car. And what I realize is when you're convincing people, there's con in front of convincing.
Mm-hmm.
You're conning people into this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would be doing shady stuff at Enterprise to get people to sign stuff. I'm like, that's why I didn't feel good because I'm convincing
Mm-hmm.
versus persuasion. That's two. They're two totally separate things. Convincing somebody versus persuading. Now all I do is persuade people.
Right. Right.
When you're persuading people, all you're doing is showing them that you have something available that they already want anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting people at Enterprise to buy stuff that they didn't want.
Yeah.
And then they don't feel happy about the buying experience versus if you just persuade somebody to get what they already want anyways,
Right.
they're happy to give you the money. Neo didn't sell me into a $55,000 mentorship. He presented something that fits a need in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember I was happy. I was happy as soon as I gave him, like I
Yeah.
was happy as hell.
Like I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you legit, you were already ready to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so yeah, all he had, you was just waiting on
I
the
didn't know how much it costed though.
right.
I knew he was gonna offer something and I was like, whatever he offer, I'm getting it.
Yeah. See.
It just so happened that when I heard him say 55,000, I was like, ooh, that much?
Wait a minute.
I was like, ooh, wee, that's a but I needed to but I outside of stuff I've learned, just spending that much taught me so much.
Mm,
Like that instantly turned me into like a premium buyer.
right, right.
So now with a lot of stuff, I'm like, I want the best.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, I might would be like, oh, how much it costs?
Yeah.
And let's do a little bargain shop. Now I'm like, what's the best thing you got? You tell me what's the best thing you got. All right, what's better than that? So I can
Right.
get because I see the value in things.
Mm,
Just paying him all that money, which I'm saying all that money is it's not it's not all that money. But at the time, what I thought was me paying him a lot of money, I instantly started to look at stuff different and see the value in things.
mm-hmm.
Like broke people know how much everything costs, but the value of nothing.
Right.
Where successful people see the value in stuff first and
Mm,
don't even and the cost secondly. Broke people, they know how much everything costs, but don't see the value of nothing. So they look and think something expensive and don't see the value of it versus, so they're like, how much does it cost? Where somebody like myself will be like, what value does it bring?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So somebody else, oh, 55,000, man, it costs too much. What's it gonna cost me to not have this information for 55,000? So, and as we all know, as I've told you multiple times, it didn't cost me $55,000 for the mentorship. It cost me 3 million because I quickly learned that I missed out on $3 million.
Right. Right.
Like instantly, I was like, yo, I missed out on like $2.5, $3 million easy.
Yeah.
That's what it cost me. Opportunity cost. It didn't cost me 55,000. Not getting it, not having the information sooner cost me 3 million. So
Yeah. Yeah. But thank God. Thank God you got it now.
but
So we
regard but I'm just saying, like outside of actual uh implemental stuff like strategy stuff, do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's just it's just like a mind frame of thinking.
right.
Like now I'm really thinking of everything. Forget the cost. How much is it gonna cost me to not
Mm-hmm. Right.
do this? How much is it gonna cost me to not have this information? How much is it gonna cost me to not attend this event?
And then even with like you were saying, even with knowing the value, if you lead with with wanting to know the value, then the cost is really irrelevant.
Bro, I heard uh my homie Carter, he's in the same mastermind I'm in. I think since he's been in it, he's probably made like 275, 300,000, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, if he didn't pay 55,000, he wouldn't have made 275,000.
Right.
Did it what did it cost him to get in it? Nothing for real.
Exactly. That was an investment.
Yeah, but people don't see the investment. They look at everything as a
Mm-hmm.
cost association. But like I tell somebody like to run ads, and then they don't see an instant. They run ads 2, 3 days. I'm like, you ain't even got enough data back to
Right.
read nothing. They
Right.
run them for they run them for a week, bro. I spent $60, bro. I ain't making them. It cost me $60, and then they cut it off, and I'll be like, bro, you looking at for one, look at it as you're buying data that you
Mm-hmm.
can study and then put some money into it. Like I had I haven't started running YouTube ads yet, but I was on a YouTube ads call yesterday. He was saying for YouTube ads, he suggests at least spending like $2,000 in just testing.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else, us, the way that all of us in the group that was on the call think, we like, oh, okay. Somebody else would be like, dang, it costs $2,000 to
Right.
and probably not be profitable on it. No, we're spending $2,000 to get some data
Mm-hmm.
so we can start to look at some stuff.
Right.
I call with my Facebook ads guy, say ads for the community or whatever. You know, my community is fairly new, so and I haven't really ran many ads yet. But he's like, all right, once we get into like 5 months of running ads, then we'll 5, 6 months of running ads for the community, then we'll have some data to look at. Somebody else will be like, what? You want me to spend all this money for 5, 6 months
Right.
just so we can look at some numbers? But but the the community's different than like just a product that somebody buys and leaves. Like this is a monthly recurring revenue system.
Right. And
So
churn
I need
rates and
some
all that.
yeah, so I need some time to see how long does the average subscriber stay. That takes time.
Hmm.
Do they stay for 3 months? Do they stay for 6 months? Do they stay for eight? Do they stay for a year? Do they stay for 18 months on average? I don't know. I'm not gonna learn that. And if I just open up a community where all the members are paying a monthly subscription, I'm not gonna know how long does the average member stay in 3 weeks.
Right.
It needs some time for that. So then once we know, I'm just making up numbers. Let's say the average person stays for 6 months. All right, the average person stays for 6 months. A 6 months worth of subscription, you get this much in revenue from the average person that stays for 6 months. So if we know that we're gonna get this much income on average from the person, we can spend this much in marketing to get the person.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If the average person, I'm just making up numbers. If the average person spends $200, we can spend $100 to acquire the customer.
Right.
Versus you don't know because you just quit running stuff because you ain't got your ends back in 4 days. You ain't.
Do you have a general percentage that you like to stay at with acquiring customers?
It depends on the product.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I was saying
If
percentage versus like an actual number.
you said a percentage of what?
Now, a percentage versus like just a set number. So like if it's like it just in general, is there like a 20%, 30%, 50%, or what's too high? Like, nah, I ain't gonna spend 70% of what the product is to get that customer. I like to stay around a certain level.
Nah, like I said, it depends on the product because like I'm cool with spending half of what something costs. I mean, half of what the price of something is because you
Mm-hmm.
doubling up.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the stuff is running, and say it starts off at me 2x in my money or 3x in my money, but then it starts to tail off.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, in my mind, the way I look at it, it's still free money coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm making $2 off of every dollar I spend, I'm doubling it, right? But
Right.
then let's say if it goes down and I'm making 70 cents off of each dollar that I spend. So a lot of people they would be like, they would stop for every $100 you spend, you making $70,
Mm-hmm.
right? For every $1,000 you spend, you making $700. They would stop. To me, I'm like, well, let's just keep on just getting the money till it ain't working no more.
Yeah.
I might have something with like a dip down to like a 1.4 or something.
Mm.
ROAS, like for every dollar you spend, you making $1.40.
Right. Right.
So you making 40 cents profit basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, that's not a good return. But at scale, it's decent money. At scale, like if you selling a lot of something, like say with 99 problem, like I sold a lot of them, and there's the marketing budget. The more money you spend, the the
Profit margins
the more
decrease.
money, yeah. But you make more money
The scale.
off of all the yeah scale. So like if you selling something on a small level, if you selling something on a small level, like yeah, you want them big return because you're not selling a lot of them. If I'm selling something at $100 and I'm only selling 5 of them a month.
Mm-hmm.
You need that
That crazy
big
ROAS.
return. Like you
Yeah.
need that. Yeah, because and for y'all don't know, ROAS stands for return on ad spend. But if I'm selling 10,000s of something a month, you may not need it to be, you may not need your margin to be like as big because you're selling so many of them.
Right.
So it's like if somebody messes around and spends, if somebody messes around and spends uh $70 or $60, you spend $60 and make $100. Most people they wouldn't look at that as good money.
Right.
But I'm like, shoot, that's a what? That's a 40% on your money. Is that the right man?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's what I'm
but
getting to.
but at but at scale, say you spend $60 to make $100, or you spend $6 to make $10. You spend $6 to make $10 on that little scale. You like, man, what's the point? I made $4.
Right.
You spend $60 and make $100. Yeah, you still like, or if you mess around, you spend 600,000 and make $1,000,000. Like
Right.
you mad at the 400.
Right. Boy.
So that's why I said it's not like a set percentage. It depends on what the product is and how is it at scale or is it here? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
two
Two
whole
different
separate things.
Yeah.
And I'm there now with it mentally, whereas before it was like, man, I need to, especially from the communities we come from, it's like everybody want to double up.
Mm-hmm. And that ain't
Like,
even realistic for real. And I really hate to use the word realistic, but you know what I'm
it's
saying
very
though.
realistic. I
But
don't, because it's very
so this is
realistic.
this is what I'm saying. I'm saying like because I was about to take it into like if we talking about investments or what to do with your money versus like saving and stuff like that. Like I'm saying like the other option. A lot of times people don't invest into either financial markets or even into themselves because they feel like they not gonna get the certain return that we accustomed to seeing, like the double ups and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
I was gonna take it into that type of deal. Like even something as simple as investing into the stock market like S&P or something like that, you getting 10 to 15% return on your investment. So
Oh, yeah.
like you know what I'm saying?
People looking at that, yeah. And people don't look at that 10, 15% as no money. They don't think it's worth their time. But like I said, they don't think it's a good return because they got a little bit of money in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
then they'll go see somebody on Instagram or something. They'll go see I'll be shouting out so many people when this podcast blow up. I need y'all to connect with me because I be telling people be tapped into these. Like I be introducing people to a whole new audience. I mean, introducing people to somebody that they didn't even know exists. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll go on Instagram and see somebody like this guy named Chris Johnson. I told you about Chris
Yeah.
Johnson. They'll see him do a stock play or something, and he makes 10% on it or 15%, whatever the number you just said. Say he makes 10% on like a quick little swing trade or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see it in real time. People be in his comments or whatever, or he'll like make a post and talk about something. He's like, y'all looking at it wrong. Like you made the same I told y'all to play, you made the same percentage as I made. I just put way more money in it than
Right.
y'all did. You put $100 in it. You made $110. You made $10 off of your $100.
Right.
He's like, I just happened to put $300,000 into it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, I made this $30,000 today. I made $30,000 a day. And he'll show it. And then they'd be like, oh man, we can't. But they don't, it's like they can't see the forest amongst the trees
Right.
because they're like, man, this dude just made 30,000. No, he made 10% on his money today.
Right.
You can do the same thing. It's just you're looking at your 10% different. Because either for one, you don't have the money to invest, or you're scared
Mm-hmm.
to do it. So it'd be the same. Like it's not a set percentage. It's like I gotta know what we doing, what we talking about. What is what is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that 20% be looking different in different stuff. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
seen this one guy I know that run ads for a lot of people. He was showing one of his clients. They had made I think he said I think they made like 2 million, uh maybe 3 million. 3 million so far on the year. Was it 3 or 4? I don't know. Let's say it's 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
And he was showing like the spin. And it's like, yeah, a lot of people would say this is a bad return. Like they spent like 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, you mad? Like you mad at making $1 million?
Right. Right.
Like a lot of people be like, oh, this is a bad ROAS. And like, make $1 million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess it's just levels. Like, what do you?
Mm-hmm. Especially,
Or maybe
especially.
they spent like close to 2 million. It might have been like 1.8 or something, 1.9,
Mm-hmm.
but basically 2 million and got like 3 million. So it's like, yeah, a lot of people be like, oh, that's a bad, that's only a 1.5 ROAS or whatever. For every dollar you spend, you only made $1.50. You only made 50 cents on every dollar, but they doing big numbers.
Yeah.
I'm sure whoever that is was like, yeah, bro, give me my million.
Yeah, for sure. Cause you still up. Even on the lower scale, you still up. You still up.
Yeah, and then that's why I'm like, and when you talking big money, that's why I said it's different. When you talking big money, stuff ain't. Who said it? Spin? Was it Jada? I'm trying to think. Spend 6, make 12 back, and that's a crack flip. Like that's how we think. Our our
Mm-hmm.
our communities, because we either come from that, seen that, look at some entertainers, rappers on TV or something, look at a movie or something, the TV
Mm-hmm.
show, and we think everything about the Nipsey got the our little double up. Like everything's the
Yeah.
but at big scales, bro, you think everything's like a double up for Hove when he talking billions?
Not at all.
Like they over here doing stuff like for 12%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cause that 12% on 300 million is a little different than 12% off of $300.
Right.
And then the money's still moving and working. Like money
Mm-hmm.
gotta move. Anything that stays stagnant, anything that stays stagnant and stays still, like decomposes and breaks down. It's the same with money. If your money just sitting, it's going to die.
Yep.
Like it gotta stay moving. It's just like a car. You sit your car out front, you don't drive it, car gonna break down.
Bro, that's so real. Cause with money, it works in like both realms. Like it works in the physical realm that way, and it works in your bank account that way.
Yeah.
Like it's all true, no matter how you slice it.
I learned the hard way. Go make a bunch of money. You get happy at seeing some fake numbers on the computer, on the phone screen, want to keep it instead of putting it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And disappears.
Yeah.
It disappears.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Whereas I could have had them numbers on that screen disappear somewhere else to get more numbers on the screen.
Right. Because it's like it's gonna disappear regardless. So like where's it gonna disappear to? It's either gonna go out to yeah, that's real.
Because it sit right there, and especially you start making more money, you start acquiring more things that cost more money.
Mm-hmm.
But you sitting there and trying to hold it. Yeah, this stuff still costs.
Yeah. Stuff still costs. Man, that's too
The
real.
money going, bro. So anything that sits, anything you can think of, if it just sits,
It's a wrap.
it's going to deteriorate. And I wish somebody could give me an example of something that don't, outside of like a Big Mac.
Or a honey.
Because I done seen it. Nah, I've seen some honey.
Really? I thought I read somewhere that like even like that's why the Egyptians were like storing like they can go find some honey right now in the pyramids.
It get all like sugary. Like it look like sugar and be clumping up and stuff.
I must think so.
Or maybe it wasn't real honey.
Yeah, man, that's what I heard. Like honey doesn't go bad. Bro, I know it's way off subject, but something about bees, bro, is like, cause even beekeepers live the longest. Honey don't go bad.
You seen dumbass Rudy Gobert?
No. No. Not at all. What, he out with the bees right now after the season?
Something wrong with that dude, man. I'm sure he's a great intelligent. It's just that stuff he did with that virus and the microphones back when it was new. Just got him looking dumb all the time, bro. Who did they play first round? The Mavs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The closeout game where the Mavs beat them to closeout game. Rudy Gobert got bee stings in his face. His whole face was swollen. In the same game.
He went out hiking or something that day or the day before.
He got bees at the crib, and he's out there messing with the bees on game day and got stung. And then gonna take a selfie. Post it on social media, and then say the caption, "It be your own bees." I said, if anything, don't post it.
Bro, no, I was not aware of that, bro.
Yeah, bro. He looking like Martin on Nah. See, the Martin I'm thinking of ain't the Martin you think. You thinking of the episode where he was boxing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Hitman Hurts.
Nah, I'm saying the movie, the State Trooper movie Martin was in with the white dude with the mustache.
Yeah, blue.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, with the diamond.
No, you talking about not Blue Street. You don't know no.
That was Blue Street, the
bro.
movie,
No,
the
not
cop
Blue
movie.
Street.
Oh,
no, Martin was in another cop movie. I said with the white dude with the mustache. He was trying out for the police academy, and it's like the white dude. It was a bee, and the white dude was trying to kill the bee.
Bro, that's
and
Blue
Martin's
Street.
Allergic to bees, and his. No, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you why I know because remember,
bro. Listen, I'm trying to make you not look dumb on this podcast right now. I know Blue Street, bro. Blue Street's one of my favorite movies, bro. Dave Chappelle, I cut your balls off and hand them to you. And when he's a pizza man with the mess up teeth and the braids and stuff, I know Blue Street. I'm talking about the movie where he's trying out for the police academy and like a state trooper, like the state troopers and stuff. And
Oh, and he was like
he's a
Fat Martin.
security guard. No,
We're gonna figure it
I
out.
don't know. You know of no social references, bro. I'm explaining to you the movie. You obviously haven't seen it.
I've seen all the Martin movies.
No, you haven't. There's a scene in this movie. Martin, he doesn't make the police team or whatever. He's tripping. He's driving the car up. The dummies is coming up where they like shoot the victim. The dummies holding it. He shoots all the white people. There's a dummy with a gun. He's black with a mask on. He's somebody Martin was supposed to shoot. He shot everybody except the black dude. He was like, yeah, this brother's obviously needed help. Anyways, bro,
National
the scene
security.
in the movie, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about Blue Street.
Yeah.
Blue Streak is a black cult classic. I know what Blue Streak is, bro.
Hey, it was
And
close.
you haven't seen that. You
I
haven't
have.
seen that.
I've seen all Martin's my favorite. I've seen all Martin stuff.
Then you wouldn't have said me when I described a white dude with a big mustache and a buzz cut. You wouldn't have said Blue Street.
No, because I had him in my mind because he was funny. He had the attitude problem. It was in my brain, but I kept thinking Blue Street because of the cops. The cops was throwing me off.
Yeah, but I'm saying the bee stuff. There was
Yeah.
a scene. He was grabbed his baton and he's like trying to hit the bee, and then somebody got their
recording.
camera out. And they're like, oh, and it looked like he beating Martin. And
Yeah.
Martin's face was all swole because he got stung. He was allergic to bees. And
Yeah.
the white dude lost his job and had to go be a security officer because they got him for police brutality and stuff. But yeah, man, Rudy Gobert, game day. He keeps bees at his crib, man. He go out there on game day and messing with the bees and get stung and his face all swole. And he posts a picture on the way to the game, like, be your own bees. Man, Charles Barkley was like, bees are not pets. And Shaq, you already know Shaq don't like Rudy. He was like, come on, man. Come on, man. On game day, he's like, if you don't sit your ass on game day, man, Kenny, on game day, no, man. You know, Shaq hates every center in the league except for Ayton.
He coming around
the
Embiid
Suns.
now. He coming around.
Yeah, and Embiid
Yeah.
now, finally.
Yeah,
But Shaq,
Embiid had to
everybody
have a
else.
whole season, a whole 30-12 season for Shaq to golly. Talk about standards. Jeez.
But man, I don't know how we got on Hoop Talk from pharmaceutical sales, but I think it's a good time to wrap it up. So look, this podcast has been brought to you by the It's Crowded at the Top community. Come check it out for less than $1 a day. Come join a community of like-minded individuals, all entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, and get training from other 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs. It's crazy, I'm telling you. I honestly can't think of anything else that has more value for less than $1 a day. I had a conversation with one of my mentors the other day about what can you even buy for $1 anymore. And we couldn't think of nothing but like maybe thumbtacks. What can you go if you had $1 to spend right now, bro, what could you go buy? Like, for real.
For real. Nothing that you want to buy. Like you don't want to buy
No, just tell me anything.
anything. One individually wrapped Now and Later at the at the checkout at the corner store. Like that's
Can
it.
you still do that?
I'm sure. I haven't done it in forever, but I'm in the right spots. I'm pretty sure they got one individually wrapped Now and Later at the bodega.
don't know if you can still do that.
Maybe not, but that's just the only thing that come to mind. Other than that, because you can't even get the remember the 25-cent bag of chips, like $1.09 right now.
Bro, that chips ain't been 25 cents since like 97.
Man, but they used to be 25, then they went, I remember like it was yesterday, then it was 34, and then it was 49, and then it was like 67. And I was just like, man.
You gonna be one of them dudes talking about it. It's gonna be year 2042. You can be like, man, eggs used to be $1. Man, why these eggs $15? Man, they used to be.
Bro.
I used to be able to go get some eggs for $3, and now they 16.
Bro, I was talking to somebody like a week ago. They was like, yeah, about $1 or $2, we can get a loaf of bread, some meat, some cheese. I was like, what's this? 1912 for the $1?
Bro, this dude yesterday. I can't I be getting in the most random conversations. I'm talking to this dude yesterday. He tell me that his grandparents, was it his grandparents or great grandparents? I think he said his grandparents or whatever. Back, they used to sell rabbit manure.
Oh wow.
For
I have never in my life heard anything remotely close to that.
He said they used to sell rabbit manure for $300 in the 70s. In the 70s.
Boy, that's like a brick of powder today.
he was like, it's $300 in the 70s is good money. Because he was telling me something about most random convo, bro. I walk to the park, I go shoot some jumpers. And this dude's there, and he come, and I really just go just to move my body, bro. I got like a little regimen just to get my heart pumping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I go just jog up and down, shoot or whatever, light stuff. You know, I ain't no athlete. I'm not trying to be in no athlete shape. I just want to move. Not for real, because a lot of people that work out, I'll be like, bro, what are you training? What are you doing? Like, you're a human. You're a regular human. Why are you training like you're a world-class athlete?
Because what is it gonna cost that person if they don't?
Nah. Kill that noise. We ain't wrapping up yet. We gonna have this quick little combo, then we gonna wrap up. Look, those gym heads, like the people that really in the gym, I'd be like, why are you not making no money off of this with all the time you spend here? You in so much shape and broke. What is the point? Like, bro, people, I'd be like, they be in the gym so much. I'd be like, when do you have the time to make money? Yeah. I'd be like, why don't you at least turn into a personal trainer or something? That's what you doing anyways.
Right. So yeah, you talking about just that dude who just in there just for like to look at himself in the mirror and be able to walk around with a tight shirt.
And bro, don't make no sense to me, bro. Or the people that, cause bro, we both ex-athletes, bro. There's people that work at like. There's people that work at like. That's people that's like a manager at Texas Roadhouse. That's training how we used to. Yeah. Like, what is the point? Like, it doesn't take that extent of training to be healthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah. That's what I'd just be wondering. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. They either preparing for the revolution or they want to be really nice at the gym. And most of the time they be trash. They be trash
Or
on the
like
court.
Kobe. I remember when Kobe first retired. God rest his dead. When Kobe first retired, I remember a picture of him went viral. He had like gained a little weight. His shirt was off, and he even himself said like, "Dang, I can't not work out after 20." How many years did Kobe play?
20.
96 to
He played 20
20. Yeah,
years. Yeah.
I think he even tweeted like, "Dang, I can't take a break after 20 years." He's like, "I'm gonna get back in the gym, guys." But I guarantee, I know Kobe still worked out. I think I even heard him in there. I guarantee you, Kobe's not training like an NBA, like he was still an NBA player
Yeah. Yeah.
when he turned into a storyteller.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
I'm sure certain habits were still there as far as the waking up early, because you can't wake up that early for 20 years and then just all of a sudden not wake up that early.
Right. Just sleep in like that. Like nah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm sure he's still waking up and going to the gym or working out, but it's nowhere near
Man.
I'm being.
It-
I got a homeboy that worked for Chase Bank. Why is he running 10 miles at a time?
See, you know what's crazy though, bro? I think like that be my problem with being consistent. Cause I'm so used to working out one way that if I'm not able to work out like that, I'd be like, man, I'm being lazy. So that's why, like, I might have like a
Same.
month or two where I might come to the age and you be like, oh, and I'll be like, yeah, bro, because I've been getting it in, but it's not sustainable because I don't know no
Cause what are you doing it for?
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
It was sustainable when we was athletes because it was like you're doing it to get better at this. You got games to get ready for, the competition and stuff. I'm like, bro, y'all out here training like elites just to
Exactly,
do it.
bro. Yeah. I'm glad.
And I'm telling you, the elites love the game to whereas they train like that. They don't love the training.
Right, right.
I guarantee you, Kobe didn't love all of that training. He loved being the best, which
Hmm.
required all the training.
Right. Hey, man.
Soon as that's taken away, he's like, what's the point in all the training? LeBron, I, whenever Bron done after year
He
32,
gonna be like Zion.
because Bron, nah, he's still gonna work out, but he not gonna like, come on, man. He gonna be like, what? Like, I don't need to do all the bands and
Yeah.
the little ladder thing.
Rubber band man for sure. I'm glad you didn't close out, man, before having this conversation because it brought a lot of light to what my tomorrow needs to be. Cause that'd be my
Like,
struggle,
come
dog.
on, man. Like,
If I can't do 3 miles and bench press 225, I'll be like, man.
that's why I said, and that was my problem too, because I only know one way.
Exactly.
And then I would go balls to the wall immediately, and like I'm not what I used to be physically.
Right.
And you always gonna hit anything. It's gonna be uh the pain gonna hit, like, period.
Hmm.
And then you work through it or whatever. But I'm like, bro, I went this hard and then took all this time off of how hard I went to go this hard again and then have to chill again. Like, why am I going this hard?
Hmm.
I used to go this hard because I was trying. I wanted to be the best person on the court. I'm like, bro, I'm teaching people how to make money.
Right.
I don't need to be out here like I'm not trying to compete with Ja Morant. I ain't gotta try to keep up with Ja.
What y'all fool?
So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just move my body. Like once I realized, I'm like, I'm not an athlete. I'm a regular person. let me let me just start moving my body. Like, man, if it, I started doing push-ups again. Like I used to do push-ups in reps of 100.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I killing? No, because it was bothering me that I couldn't bust out 100 straight.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not supposed to bust out 100 straight. I ain't did these in forever. Do you here? Do 25.
Yeah.
Do 20.
I know one way, man. It needs to change.
Like it's all right. It's all right. Do you 10 at a time. Do you 20 at a time. Like
Yeah.
and I used to gamble. I used to gamble and bet push-ups. People didn't know. Like I don't gamble now. If I do, it's just like in fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or I make people do like embarrassing stuff and record them.
Yeah.
Bro, when I hooped, I used to gamble or do shooting competitions. I would never bet in stuff that I knew I couldn't win. Or if it was something I couldn't win, what was on the line was something that I was gonna do anyway,
Mm-hmm.
which was the push-ups. So we be out bowling, working out, whatever it is. I'd be like, nah, I don't bet money no more. Let's bet push-ups. Oh, well, how many? 100. They don't know that was already like off my schedule.
Right. Right.
I just ain't did it for the day yet. So if I win, and I get to see you not be able to do 100 push-ups. If I lose,
Just gonna do them early.
yeah. Like I'm like, that's part of my workout. We go get up however many 100 shots, and then I will do the 100 push-ups right after. So we have a little shooting competition or whatever, or do something from half court. And be like, if I happen to lose, which I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. This is what I was doing before I left here anyways.
Anyway. Yeah. Win-win. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but AstonCEO.com. It's crowded at the top. Come join us. Less than $1 a day. I'm telling you, once you see it, it's crazy.